It's spooky. It's spooky.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Storytime with the Scaryish Podcast.
Woo!
I'm Robin Grace. This is Adam Diaz.
Hello.
You sound like the guy from Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Nailed it.
And we're here to read you folks some homegrown horrors. Adam's going to tell us what those are.
Homegrown horrors, the wonderful stories that you listeners and viewers have sent to us. They're called homegrown because they're yours or a friend or family members. And they're called horrors because they're scary or spooky or supernatural or spiritual or sometimes true crime. Sometimes you were scared out of your mind and it turns out it was nothing. There are really good stories like that where it's just a total coincidence and they make us laugh at the end, but they scare the shit out of us all the way up until then. I love those ones too. And sometimes they're extraterrestrial. If someone had a story like that and they're like, you know what, I'd like to share it with them. I'd like to hear it on the show. Robin, how can they get it to us?
You can send it to our email, storytime@scaryish.com. If you don't want to do it directly, you can go to our website, scaryish.com. I almost said storytime.com. That's not right. Scaryish.com. There's a contact us page. You fill out that form. It emails it to us that way. We also have a bunch of different social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that fun stuff. Yeah.
Indeed. So reach on out to us. We'd love to... First one of the show goes to me. Who had that in the pool? So go ahead and reach on out to us. We would love to hear and share your story. Also, something I should mention since it's the beginning of the show, and this show comes out in January, is that it's currently January Patreon push. Yes, indeedy, feed the needy being us in this sentence.
Oh my God!
Because we're trying to get as many new patrons as we can for the month of January. We do it once a year. We do let you folks know at the end of each episode how you can contribute if you would like to financially or monetarily, however you want to say that. Realistically, what we're saying here is we have a Patreon. And if you go to patreon.com/Scaryish Podcast, check that out. Tiers start as low as $1. You get ad-free episodes as low as $1. You get early access for as low as $1. That's 4 quarters per month. And that actually really does help us out because the more folks we get, the more money we get. And it's like $1 from one person here. It's like a homeless person begging for change, kind of, but not exactly because they have dignity and I don't. Seriously, I will sell out for whatever. That said, we would sincerely appreciate it if you go over to our Patreon, check out those tiers. Robin does some amazing stuff with our merchandise tier, which starts at $10, sends out amazing stuff like the keychain that we have dangling right here. This is the Wendigo keychain. This went out to every person that was at a $10 level or above. And then there's keychains designed for another 2 designs, I think, in fact.
There's Mothman and Krampus. And in this spring, I don't know, package that I'm going to be sending out is going to be Nessie.
Okay, so that's when those ones will come out. But yeah, head on over to patreon.com/Scaryish Podcast. See if you can help us out if you can. It means the world to us. We are currently, the last time I checked, at 75. I think we picked up one today, which is always nice to see for the first day of January Patreon push. And if we get to 150, we're going to go to the Stanley Hotel. And we're going to record an episode at the Stanley Hotel, which I would be extremely excited for.
I have never been to Colorado, so...
I've driven through it, but I've never stayed in it. So help us get to 150 for as low as $1 a month. It will be a very fun thing to do. So that said, okay, I am done talking about JPP, January Patreon push. And we're going to move into the stories this evening. We have 4. I have 2. She has 2. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
Why don't you go first, because I don't even have it pulled up yet.
Okay, sounds good. Let me see which one I want to do first. Not that one. We're going to do the other one. Okay, this is how the Storytime episode's going to start. This one starts out like this. The subject is Scaryish Stories Part 2, okay to read on podcast, smiley face, which is an amazing subject. If you're going to send one in, that's the way to do it. Starts out, hey, Robin and Adam.
Hello.
Hello. Amanda and Jaron here again. I hope I said your name right. It's Jaron. What do you think, Robin? Did I say it right? Jaron? Jaron?
Yeah.
Cool. I hope so. Let me know if I didn't.
It just sounds like Jared, Jared.
Yeah,
Jared.
Exactly.
Maybe. I don't know.
We sent the story a while back about smelling cigarette smoke and associating it with Jaron's grandma who passed away. We also had sent a story about our old apartment, and that was apparently used to cook meth. We wanted to clarify. We said that the landlord/owner had to gut the whole first floor, but it was the second floor, which means that we were literally living in the exact apartments that had been used to cook meth before we moved in. Great. We're glad to get that clarification. I know we've all been sitting on the edge of our seats for that one. Actually, there's a few of them that we have been sitting on the edge of our seats for, so good stuff. Anyway, here's 2 more stories for the podcast. Number 1. My grandpa, in parentheses, my mom's dad. I think it's always good to clarify that, so thank you. My mom's dad had terminal cancer.
Aww.
We all knew there would soon be a day that we would wake up without him. It was hard because we lived 600 miles apart when he was going through all of the chemo bullshit, so we couldn't really help him or my grandma other than to offer our love and support.
I just watched all my life this past weekend, and it is about someone who gets cancer, and I just can't take it right now. It's so triggering. I was crying my eyes out, dude, watching this movie, and now this email, I'm like, oh my god.
So I should have gone with a trigger warning. I didn't know what this said, though, so continuing on. This is like a paragraph more, so trigger warning. Anyway, one night my mom was sleeping and having a normal dream when my grandpa showed up in her dream. She had the thought, that's weird, what's my dad doing here, and then shot awake. Seconds later, the phone rang, and it was my uncle telling us my grandpa was gone. My mom took a lot of comfort in seeing him again, not only to know that he's not sick anymore, but that he wanted to come see her after he died.
That's really sweet.
It is. And we get a lot of those, and I really, really think there's something to every single one of them. Like, there's just something you can do when you pass on to just sort of,
you just visit everybody.
Yeah, tap everyone and let them know, like, hey, I'm okay. And I would really hope, and this is probably just me, that you can tap people who really need to know. Because if you have a huge family, you know what I mean? Like, my grandfather had so many kids. Like, he had his kids, he had, like, kids that weren't his that he took care of, and he had, like, just family and friends all around, and I'm sure that he was just able to sort of visit them on his way out. And that was when I was in 7th grade, and I've told that story before about an owl just somehow appearing in our attic and hooting, I don't know how you say that. And then finally when it stopped, we all went to sleep, and then we found out my grandpa had passed away. So there's always some comfort to hear when you read stories like that. So thank you for sending that. And there's a number 2 now. So when I was younger, our house had an unfinished basement. In parentheses, sorry, Robin. This is just not your email.
Nope.
Glad I gave it to me. It was a daylight basement, though, so it wasn't creepy, so that's cool. We had our computer, an air hockey table, a couch, and our freezer in there.
What's a daylight basement?
I've never heard of that either. I would imagine that it's just a basement that you only go into during the daylight, maybe?
No. Maybe it's...
So you don't know what it is, but you know I'm wrong.
It must be those basements where there's windows at the top. Because it's just like you're at there. That's the ground level, but there's still windows above that. So the basement.
I thought that's just all basements. I thought all basements had those windows right there, but that's just me. I grew up in the Midwest where all basements had that, so.
I don't know.
Someone Google it, let us know. Okay, continuing on. They had all this amazing stuff down in this basement. It's almost like they're trying to lure Robin down there. It was kind of our junk room. Anyway, I kept having this recurring nightmare about my dad in the basement. In my dream, he would calmly take me into the basement and show me this fake sword thing. Just a rubber run-of-the-mill toy sword. He would jokingly plunge it into his chest, and it would deflect and bounce to his sides, like rubber do. Then he would pull it back to where it would be straight, and suddenly the sword would turn into a real fucking sword.
Oh my god.
He would then playfully plunge it into his chest, just this time without bouncing away. But that's how because that's how metal do. Mark that. I would instantly wake up after this terrified. What the actual fuck? I have no idea why I kept dreaming about this. It scared the shit out of me every time, and I absolutely hated it.
This email scares the shit.
It's a really rough recurring dream.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for always bringing some extra fun and laughs into our lives. You guys are the best. Shout out to Spooky Mom. You the real MVP. She really is.
Yeah.
Amanda and Jaren. P.S. We say stupid shit from Scaryish on an almost daily basis, i.e. dollar bills, y'all. Yo, dog. What are the oods? And shout out to Spotify whenever we open Spotify. We love it. LOL.
Aw, thank you guys so much.
That's so awesome.
This is just such an intense email. There's so much. That night, like that dream/nightmare would be absolutely terrifying.
I would much rather have recurring nightmares of something happening to me than something happening to a family member.
If that happens in my dreams, I always panic that something bad is going to happen to them in real life.
She's a panicker. It's true.
Yes, today.
She panics all the time. She panics about stuff she can't control. So you're not alone out there, and we appreciate you sending in that email. All right. Let's look over to Stream Chat and see what our wonderful folks watching us live had to say. My hair's doing this thing where there's like a piece of it that's just like, it looks like it's detached. It looks like it's fake. Let me just try and...
I slept with braids last night in my hair. Well, a braid. I don't know. I never do multiple, really. But I woke up and now it's all crimped and I look like I have really fluffy hair because it's all just bent and messed up.
I think you look great, as per usual.
Thanks.
All right, I'm going to read the bottom one first because it's from Christina over there on YouTube, and it says, according to Google, a daylight basement is a basement that you can access from the outside. It has huge windows or just a lot of them. Gotcha. So I didn't have a daylight basement because we didn't have the door to access it from the outside. That makes sense, I guess. All right, I'm going to scroll to the top and see what came in first.
Okay, I'm going to make my drink here, so I'm going to do apple sake because it smells so good.
Sake to me.
smells really good.
That's a joke from whatever the name of that stupid movie was with Mike Myers, where he's the British agent.
Austin Powers.
No, that's not it.
Is it not?
No, it's totally
Okay.
Just messing with you. I was waiting for you to be like, what? All right, cool.
It says use bottle opener.
So you need a bottle opener. Oh, I have one of those here. I mean, I work in the office, so you got to have everything, right? Hopefully my boss isn't watching. In fact, I'm pretty sure my boss is watching. He'd be like, attaboy.
What the fuck?
I ain't afraid of no bottle cap. It's a Ghostbusters bottle cap opener.
Yeah, so I have apple sake, and I'm going to mix it with Angry Orchard, and I'm hoping apple and apple make delicious.
Let's hope. I actually just realized I made my drink 35 minutes ago because I was so excited. I mixed half Coke, half Pepsi, and then I put in a bunch of rum. So I'm calling it...
I made Adam do the Coke Pepsi test
challenge.
Whatever.
I failed.
And yep, he thought Pepsi was Coke.
She didn't put a lot into it.
Or
and
Coke was Pepsi.
One of them kind of tasted a little bit more flat than the other one. And what I've always noticed is Pepsi seems bubblier. And so I picked the bubblier one as Pepsi, and I was wrong. So it's just hard to do. I think she lied to me, though. I think she just didn't want me to get it right.
No.
Would you have told me if I got it right?
Yeah. You got it wrong, though.
Okay. I kind of believe you. So anyways, I should probably mix this because all my booze is going to be sitting at the bottom. First person in either channel, I actually have to open this up because I don't know. Because we didn't get chat for the first 2 minutes. It appears... Thank you. It was I Am Beef Trainer at 6:23 said, loved the topics episode today. Also, I'm glad I'm not the only guy or the only one who thinks Trojan is a bad name for condoms. It's just a bad name. Like I heard someone tell me before, like, it's because Trojan soldiers were so, like, great at defense. And it's like, tell that to the city they let burn to the ground. Hashtag just saying. It was the wall. That was the problem, not the soldiers. So I don't know where something is that I can wipe this off with. I guess just set it over
Lick it real
here.
good.
There you go. It tastes like booze. Glad I did that. All right, lots of folks.
Happy 2021, everyone.
Happy
A lot of people
2021.
saying happy 21. Or not happy. I'm just saying happy. Chunkster says first live stream of the year. This is the first live stream of
Hope
the year.
y'all enjoyed the background music. I found it, and I was like, this kind of seemed perfect for, like, idle time on the Scaryish podcast. So I went with it. All right. Emanon says, hey. Lady M says, hi, everyone. Glitch says, hello. Emanon says, I got fired on Thursday. I'm so happy.
Oh,
I hope you're being
what?
serious. Because if it's not, I'm very sorry. And if you are happy you got fired, because some people, like, I have a friend who works in the trades, and every time he gets fired from a job he hates, he's like, fuck yes. Like, I can't wait to get on another job. So congratulations. If not, that sucks, but
That
it'll
really
lead to better
sucks.
things. Emanon says, 2020 ended awesome.
I think that's sarcastic. There's no way.
Yeah. Scrolling, people making music emojis.
Did you call out all the subs and all the...
No, I was just doing some chat first before I
Okay.
do that. I mean, I can if you want me to stop in the middle of what I'm doing to do what you want me to do.
Yeah.
You're
Why don't
the
you do that?
worst. You're just the worst. All right. All right, so Captain Fake, I shout out to you for resubscribing using Prime Gaming for the 16th month. I Am Beef
Thank you
Trainer
so much.
resubscribed using Prime Gaming for the 9th. Says, how has everybody been this week? Pretty good so far. We were up really fucking late last night.
Yeah, I slept in way too late today.
Yeah. Laura Ann resubscribed using Prime Gaming for the 17th month and said, woo! And Emanon donated 100 bits.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Laura Ann has redeemed a drink. Hiccups, excuse me. So we're going to go ahead and do that. All right, meow. It's warm and gross. That was my fear. Maybe Spooky Mom's not working and I can ask her to bring up...
apple, the sparkling apple stuff that we have. Like the sparkling apple cider, the marshmallow
apple cider.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what this tastes like now. You should try it. It's really good.
Maybe Spooky Mom's... Let me finish my sentence from 60 seconds ago. Maybe Spooky Mom's... I give up.
Spooky Noms.
Spooky Mom is not working, so I can get her to bring me up an ice cube or something. I'll tell you this, it just smells like an apple. So, it tastes like apple juice. It really does. All right. Lots of folks commenting on the fighting beforehand. Jay Valor over there on YouTube says, hi-oh. What up, Jay Valor? Thank you for joining us. Emanon says, no, guys, don't be sorry. I am legit very happy about that. I hated that job.
Oh, good.
I started tomorrow with a place called Kissel Motorsports. Good.
Wow.
I start tomorrow, is what he said. So that's a good thing. I get to play around with
God.
motorcycles all day and get paid for it.
An eyelash.
I'm just like, I don't even know why I'm talking right now. Robin's just having her own show over there. Gonna scroll past some stuff. I think I caught up to where you were at.
I don't know. Let's see. I'm Western Dinner says, I've never heard of a Rocky Horror Picture Show. I saw it, just couldn't hear a word being said. You should definitely watch it. I love the music in Rocky Horror Picture Show. It's a very strange movie.
It's very catchy.
/ play. But it's very good. Really good. I don't know.
I didn't really think I needed to watch it a second time, and then after the movie was over, I was like, let's do the time warp again. All right. Shannon over there on YouTube says, hey, everyone. What up, Shannon? Thank you for joining us.
I'm Beef Trainer says, icy wine. Can't have wine tonight, but I have sparkling juice. Nice. I'm Mr. Dinner also says, Robin hates January Patreon push. It's just so obnoxious how he does it. It's necessary because...
people notice it.
Yes, but it's very annoying.
I kind of want to have Higher Love be the theme song for January Patreon push because that would annoy Robin the most. But I also wanted to leave my head, so I said also twice there. Christina says, hi, everyone. What up, Christina? I already read one of your comments because I skipped ahead. Jacqueline over there on YouTube says, hi, guys. Happy Tuesday. Could you guys please shout out my daughter, Riley, quick? She loves you, too, and it's bedtime now. Sad face. That was 14 minutes ago. I hope you're still awake,
shout out
Riley.
to Riley. Yeah, I hope you're still awake.
Hopefully, she lets you stay up a little bit later past your bedtime so you can hear us shout you out. Next time, we'll wait super late to shout you out so you can stay up all night. All right, gonna scroll a little bit more. What?
That's logic. All right, let's see. Jinxing Joe says, guess who's gonna Patreon sub before all the cool spots run out this year? Nice. Thank you so much. Chunkster says, just finished the sparkling rosé wine my friend gifted me for Christmas. Nice. I totally drank that whole bottle of wine from last week that night.
She did. She was kind of lit the rest of the night. Jacqueline says, she's 7, by the way.
Aww.
Wish I would have seen that one as soon as we stopped. I apologize. Glitch Grim says, insert air horn noises here. And then he linked the Patreon link for us, which is very nice of you. Thank you, Glitch. You're the best mod ever.
Ginseng Joe also says, specifically waiting for the first day of our favorite time of the year, January Patreon push.
Hells yeah. Ralph over there in YouTube says, look at these two sexy monsters. We're gonna have a special guest next week.
Yes.
Just letting you folks know that are watching live, giving you a little bit of inside baseball, so to speak. Not gonna tell you who it is, but he might be in YouTube right now, and I might have just said his name. It's Ralph again. It's gonna be a good time. Actually, I'm really excited. I was thinking about stuff that we're gonna discuss on that episode because he had an idea for the topic in his head already, and I was thinking about instances that he had brought up in my own life. So.
Oh, nice.
It's gonna be good.
Let's see. Quanclope says, back in the day when there were 6 stories. Oh, man. Yeah. And now we're at 4 stories. And we're running low. Just scrolling. I'm Western Dinner says, have a coworker who's going through cancer. I feel sorry for her because she seems to get one ailment, fixes it, then another one hits. There are so many people out there that seems to happen to, where they have one illness and then things just stack on top of each other.
Right.
It's rough.
When it rains, it pours, that old adage. Christina over there on YouTube says, Adam, you should say that if peeps join Patreon, they will bring in the higher love. Oh.
I cannot believe he added that to the episode. Like,
she never listens to it, so I had to play it for her. But yeah, it's totally the outro song for like 6 seconds, and it's glorious. Ralph says, yes, you share, I share. Good idea. It's going to be a fun time.
Quanclops also says, random question. Who else leaves their wallet in the last pair of pants you have on and have a mini heart attack when you can't find it? I keep mine in my purse.
I keep mine in a very specific spot in our house next to my keys because if I leave it in my pants, there's an opportunity that it might go through the washer, and I just don't want that to happen. So,
I'm Western says, I have a coworker. Oh, I already read that one. My brain. Sorry. I'm Western says, not all basements have windows. I totally believe that. I'm Beef Trainer says, I've done that with my debit card multiple times. I don't carry my wallet with me at work. Don't want to be accused of taking money. That's smart.
That is smart.
I just carry my debit card. That's really, really smart. Quanclope says, I always get scared that I lost my wallet, but whoever finds it and tries to use my cards is going to be disappointed because I never have money.
Right. You like cards getting declined? Steal my wallet. Sorry. I have this song stuck in my head still. So.
I love that meme where it's like, work till your bank account looks like a phone number, and then it's like 911.
Yeah.
That's me.
Yes. Jacqueline Campbell says, thank you guys. That was awesome. She loved it and didn't miss it. One happy girly.
Aww.
That's awesome. Thank you for watching, Jacqueline. Thank you for watching Riley, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good stuff. I'm also glad we haven't sworn a lot yet. So put that kid to bed now.
Oh my god. Okay.
Christina says, "Aw," and Glitch says, "Love me a Ralph ep." Everyone loves a Ralph ep. Ralph is the best. Okay, so I am done with my YouTube stuff. I know you probably still have some Twitch stuff to go, so I'm gonna drink while I wait.
Boo, boo, boo. Chunks just says, now I'm craving apple pie. I've been obsessed with the strawberry cream pies at McDonald's, but every single time I go, I swear, it's like they either don't have them when I get off work, or I go up to the window and I ask them, hey, can I get 2 strawberry cream pies? They're like, let me check if I have them.
She means the talk box.
Yeah, the talk box. And they're like, oh yeah, we have a couple. And then I get to the window to pay, and they're like,
we actually don't
actually have. I'm like, stop tugging
the
at my
worst part
heartstrings.
is they literally say like, hang on one sec, and they go check.
Yes.
And then they come back there and they wait until she's at the window and be like, we don't got them.
God.
It's like, then cancel the whole fucking order.
It's so annoying.
Vittoria over there in YouTube says, hello, Spooky Fam. Just wanted to stop by and say, Adam, you sexy beast, no homo, LOL, and Robin looking lovely as ever, and hell yeah, another Ralph episode. Thank you very much. Ralph says, hey guys, we doing video or just audio? Just want to know if I should get my hair done. We're just going to go audio.
Yeah.
We're going to be slumming it.
I mean, if you want to, we can do video. I don't see why not.
No, unless you're going to edit that.
Oh.
Then no.
Okay.
It's not happening. We're just doing audio.
Okay. All right.
It's like we're not going to be available for the weekend for a long edit, so we're going to record it early and have it scheduled.
All right. Cool. No doubt.
I love that you make these fucking commitments when you have nothing to do with how hard it is to edit.
All right. So I'm What's Her Name says, I can taste the difference between Pepsi and Coke. Pepsi's delicious. Coke tastes like spicy orphan tears.
That's messed up. Glitch says, do the hair, Ralph. You can hear a mess through the audio. If that was true, none of you would listen to us because we are just gargoyles when we record typically.
Emanon says we have to reread because we missed the part where they explained why they were happy.
I think we got to it.
Yeah, you did get to the part where he was saying that he's starting a new job, so that's good.
Yeah, he gets to work on motorcycles.
Motorsports, yeah. I think that's really cool. Chunks just says, I had a really long day at work. Right now I'm watching the stream while having my spa at home. Nice. I don't know what your spa consists of. Maybe you dip your feet in some warm water. Massage.
You make tea out of that water afterwards.
Gross.
Keep all those nutrients in the body.
Oh my gosh. I saw on Reddit the other day, someone was selling, or maybe they weren't selling, but they set up a water-cooled PC tower using that Bella Delphine bath water. Remember when she was selling her bath water?
I've ever heard.
So now they're I was like,
why?
What?
It's just
what?
I'll sell. All right, just putting this out there. If anyone wants my bath water, take lots of baths. Sell it all. Sell it to you cheap.
Oh God.
Ralph says Coke is better. Fight me. I don't think there's a lot of people out there who are willing to defend Pepsi's honor. Christina says to Ralph, you will look great no matter what you choose. Smiley face. That is so nice. Also accurate.
Quanclopes. Everyone's excited about the Spooky Noms thing. Quanclope says, I'd totally be interested in a cookbook called Spooky Noms. I'm Beef Trainer says, gotta get some spooky recipes if I make it a theme cookbook. That'd be cool. Grim Weeper says, listen to the new Scaryish episode today. It was really good. My husband scared me while listening to the poltergeist part of the episode. Dude, I cannot believe. If you haven't listened to the episode came out this
knock
week.
Back.
Oh my God.
I
dude,
thought about
so
putting knocking
scary.
in the episode, and I was like, no, I'm putting higher love in the episode. I don't want to overproduce this.
Oh man, it's just it was a very intense episode. I can't believe that was the inspiration for the actual Poltergeist movie.
Yep. So I just like to point out, I'm stealing some stuff from you. We have started a war in our chat. I see the first one I saw was Ginseng Joe in all caps say, I will defend Pepsi till the day I die. # Team Pepsi.
I am okay
Beef
with
Trainer.
Pepsi.
I didn't say anything bad about Pepsi. I just like Coke better. And then I Am Beef Trainer says Pepsi rules, Coke drools.
What about Dr. Pepper?
Really bringing the heat. That's just completely irrelevant. It's like, what about water? You're like Ralph in that episode of The Simpsons. Go banana.
But I love Dr. Pepper. I think Dr. Pepper's really fucking good.
And Ralph loved bananas. I'm What's for Dinner says # Team Pepsi.
Fuck you.
Laura Ann now says Team Coke. Glitch says Team Coke. 911 Girl says Team Coke. Girl Panic says Dr. Pepper is where it's at.
Hell yeah.
We have started the soda wars. It is official. This is how it ends.
I love Dr. Pepper. So good. Okay.
Bring me a
Babe, stop.
Ooh.
Chunkster says, almost caught up. Love the Spooky Mom special guest. She was awesome. Hashtag shout out to Spooky Mom.
She was very good.
She is very good.
It was funny because we were so exhausted. We had no idea what we were going to do for topics. And I went downstairs. I was like, Mom, do you want to be a fucking guest or what? Like, I know you have stories. And she's like, I don't know. I was like, you just come to the office and we'll just bullshit for a while. And then I realized that it was so good, I couldn't even find a spot for an ad break. So that's one of the few episodes that has absolutely no commercials in the middle at all. Just start to finish, no commercials. Then I think at the end, there's a normal ad break. So
Nice. Geez. Ginseng Joe says, hey, Adam and Robin, are you guys the kind to do New Year's resolutions? If so, what are yours?
sometimes kind of. I feel like
I don't keep up with them.
I feel like you shouldn't wait till New Year's to do a resolution. So we have some stuff in the works for me in particular. I'm just waiting on some stuff to get here from Amazon. And that's less of a New Year's resolution, more just a positive, healthy life change. So I'm not going to talk too much about it because I don't want to be one of those people who's like, here's everything I'm doing to try and get myself better.
You could do the total like YouTube playlist series where you just are like, this is what I'm doing to work on myself. And it'll motivate you because you have to post videos on it.
It'll make me hate it because it'll be more work to do.
I think it'd be cool.
To have to do a massive life change. And then to add on, I'm also going to document this and have to edit it in one of my least favorite programs, being Adobe Premiere, including like that in it. Then it'll just make me less motivated to want to do it. So,
all right.
Or you guys could just watch Storytime episodes and see if there's any change week to week. That would also work. So,
or just post like, I don't know.
Robin's all about
Instagram
making my life
stories.
harder right now. That's all she wants to do. So
just post like, check out me run. Yeah. Or make TikToks.
Emanon says, but hey guys, I'm going to jump out of here. I just wanted to give you all the good news. I was going to be back up early for my first day of work. What about you? I don't think we have a new semester coming up for Robin, so we're going to be switching around the schedule on the show, but we're just switching from Tuesday to Wednesday.
We're going to go from Tuesday to Wednesday for the live stream, still at 6:30.
Starting on the 20th, I think?
Yeah, 20th is going to be the first day that we're going to do the live stream on
So
Wednesday.
Excited to go back to Wednesdays, to be honest with you.
But yeah, hopefully you enjoy your first day of work.
Yeah.
Sounds fun.
First day of work is usually really exciting and really fun, so.
Yeah. Mostly paperwork.
Yeah, lots of paperwork.
Let's see. I'm Beef Turner says, totally sharing in Adam's pain of earworms. I have had Melissa Etheridge's I'm the Only One stuck in my head for 2 days. What's that one? I'm the Only One?
I don't want to remember because it might get stuck in my head.
Oh, all right.
Christina over there on YouTube says, I prefer Japanese sodas personally. Did you have your pinky up when you typed that out? Just a question. Christina also says, or Izzy water. I think it was supposed to be fizzy water.
No, Izzy water is a thing.
Get the fuck out of here. Ralph just said, all I know is, will Pepsi be okay? Is a disappointing phrase. That's so fucking funny.
You know, one of my favorite drinks to drink is
water.
Calpis.
Oh, yeah.
That shit
Calpis is really good.
So good.
Doesn't it have another name?
Calpico?
Calpico. That's the name here?
In America.
Yeah.
But
it's delicious.
Oh, dude.
It's so good.
Man, it's so good. We just went to a Japanese restaurant to pick up food for Christmas, I think it was. We picked up like a sushi platter for Christmas, and they have Calpico on tap. I was just like,
It took like an extra 19 minutes or something, and we're like, whatever. Like, we don't have guests. It's just us. So they gave her like a free drink because they felt so bad about how long it took. And we're just like, it was that long? Like, I don't know. We were playing on our phones the whole time.
Yeah. So I was, oh man, that is my favorite thing to drink. When we were in Japan, I think we drank, I drank at least 2 bottles a day, and we were there for over 2 weeks or something.
It's really good.
It's so good. I love that drink so much.
Take me back. ASB Bunny, I'm reading Twitch chat now. ASB Bunny said, I officially said goodbye to my boyfriend yesterday. I'm glad you guys are here to cheer me up. He'll be over there on your time zone soon enough. It's going to be rough, but you guys will do it. I had to work in a different time zone, like 3 or 4 hours away from Robin before, and it does suck, but it is possible as well. So don't get too sad about it, and it'll make seeing each other that much better, because you'll be like, oh my God, I missed you so much. So
I'm going to scroll through all the Pepsi and Coke. Chunkster says Mexican Coke. The Snark says we are a house divided.
That's so funny.
Oh my god. I can't believe everybody's like
Arguing.
yeah, about all the sodas.
About their
I'm skipping all
personal
the soda stuff.
preferences. How dare you have one?
Okay. Anyway, I'm going to go into my first email here then.
Oh, you're going into an email. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me just press that button then. Bring me a higher love.
So this next email is from Juan, and the subject is sleepwalking. Hello again. It's your boy again, coming at you with another story, this time about sleepwalking. Ever since I could remember, I was an active sleeper. From walking, talking, eating, drinking, and even changing clothes. How? That is mind-blowing.
I mean, there's a lot of things that your brain does on cruise control, right? So just imagine that you're not really paying attention to it, and you could probably do that in your sleep, literally.
Like drive?
I wouldn't do that. But yeah, your brain probably could do like a normal route. You could wake up at work and be like, how the fuck did I get here?
When I was younger, I would just notice I would wake up in a different room, or I'd be sleeping on the couch when I could have sworn that I fell asleep in my bed.
That's how it happened to me, too. I just thought, too, wouldn't it suck if you woke up at work but you didn't clock in when you got there? It's like, thanks, sleepwalking self. I just gave them free time.
Yeah. Yeah. Other days, I would go to sleep wearing matching pajamas and then wake up in shorts and a t-shirt. One time, I was woken up by my older sister, furious with me. My alarm was my sister screaming at me. Naturally, I was overcome with feelings of fear, confusion, and annoyance, considering that she was shouting at me and I wasn't fully conscious. I think that's the reason why you don't wake up someone who's sleepwalking, because they're just like, where the hell am I?
You get really confused, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes I wake up from a nap and I'm like, where am I? What year is it, you know?
The worst thing is waking up while you're literally walking. Because, like, you know the feeling of being groggy when you wake up and you're in the middle of an action? So you're like, what the fuck is happening?
I've definitely woken up with my leg in the air before.
Yeah, you have. That sounds weird.
Ew. No, I mean, like, if I'm running in my dream or something, you know, and you wake up because you're running, right? And so your leg...
Oh, you make a motion?
Yeah, so your leg...
That's different from waking up with your leg in the air. Just saying.
Yeah,
you
'cause
woke
my
up and
leg
your
is,
leg
like,
kicked.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Into the air.
I hate you. So you woke up and kicked your leg into the air.
It was like, ugh.
You didn't wake up
Yeah.
with your leg
It's
in
like
the
my
air.
legs are like this, right? I'm sleeping. Wait, I gotta make my knees. Hold on.
They're
No.
pointy and they're always in my back, in case
But
you're
it's
wondering.
like my leg just goes up, you know, and is trying to do the walking motion, and that's what wakes me up. It's like jerking me forward.
I've had dreams where I woke up because I was trying to do something so hard in the dream that I did in real life, but it's usually like in an argument. So I'll just be sleeping and I'll wake up and be like, fuck you. And I'm like, oh, I really wanted that person in that made-up dreamland to hear me tell them to go fuck themselves, and I'm almost like disappointed.
Sometimes I have a really nice life in my dreams, and I don't want to
Because you
wake
don't
up.
have a really nice life
I
right
wake
now.
up, I'm like, oh man, I'm not rich. Fuck.
She wakes up, looks over, sees it's still me and not David Tennant, and then just
man.
bawls her eyes out.
Or Chris Evans.
I cry when I wake up and I'm not next to Chris Evans, so understandable.
Okay. Oh god. Oh. Everybody wants to wake up next to America's ass. Okay.
Bring me a higher love. Ooh.
Jesus. I give her a second to calm down and I ask her what has her so angry. Turns out, while I was sleepwalking, I walked into her room, ate an entire package of those soft sugar cookies with sprinkles. Had to have been at least a dozen. The crazy part was I had no idea she'd bought the cookies or even where she had hidden them in her room, because conscious me would have done the same thing.
That's funny.
I was so confused about why she was so angry with me. That's all for this edition of Stories, brought to you by Chaboy. Thanks again for all that you guys do. Keep on creeping on. Thank you so much for sending that story. I think that's absolutely hilarious. And I feel like that does happen to so many people. You've done the sleepwalking episode. People just
Twice.
do strange things in their sleep.
The weirdest thing is when people bone in their sleep. And there's an actual case of someone who, like, was married, or maybe she was divorced, and then she went to the doctor because she was having issues, and the doctor told her, like, you have a sexually transmitted disease. And she told him, like, that is not possible because I have not had sex in years. And then eventually, like, her ex started messaging her because she was getting up and going to his house and sleeping with him and then driving home in her sleep. And as crazy as it sounds, it is also plausible. You might think if you're someone who's never sleptwalked before, like, that's horseshit. As someone who has sleptwalked or sleepwalked before, it is not horseshit. Like, you can do some bizarre stuff. It's not exactly Step Brothers, but I mean, yeah, you can do some crazy stuff. So thank you for sending that in. Stay safe if you're sleepwalking out there.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. We're halfway through the show. That's 2. So let's go ahead and run the ad break. Meow.
Thank you so much for Soviet Mig for subscribing.
Or we can start reading
Sorry,
stuff.
that's the only one. And they say hello. Hello. God.
Oh, maybe don't interrupt me. All right. So we're going to go ahead and run the ad.
Do you know any of the other words?
I mean, yeah. They're just
How do the other words go?
It doesn't matter, babe. Doesn't matter.
Because you don't know.
I've read the lyrics a million times. The
Like
only
what?
the only part of the song that sticks in my head is the chorus. It's all about like how bad the world is.
Is it?
Yeah. Like, here's the thing. Now you're going to make me do this. Fuck this. We're running the ad. Okay, here we go. We're running a 60-second ad for those on Twitch and those watching pre-recorded on YouTube, right? Meow. You're such a pain in the ass. And it's the higher love I've been thinking of.
What's the words after that?
I don't know.
All I know is that song is probably in like 1,000,001 80s movies.
Oh, yeah. It's all over 80s movies. I'll wait for the minute to be up so I can describe the debate that I discovered while researching this stupid fucking song.
Is You've Got Mail before or
90s.
after? After?
After what?
That song.
Oh, way after.
Okay.
But that song was written when the internet wasn't a thing yet. Like, it
What?
existed, but just, like, barely.
Shut up.
It existed, but it was only used by, like, the military and, like, super nerds. So.
What? Okay.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I got DSL.
Dick sucking lips.
God! No!
Don't hit me. I see your hand.
No.
First Wolf did not get an ad.
God, what does DSL stand for?
Dick sucking
No,
lips.
babe. What does DSL actually stand for?
I don't know. Shitty internet is what it stands for, but it's better than 56K. That's all I know.
It's better than dial-up. Fuck, dial-up was a nightmare. I remember
Digital service line?
Is it?
Maybe?
I don't know. The first time my house got DSL, I was probably 14.
Sounds about
15. Right. And, oh God, I was much older, okay? And the first thing that the internet guy did was download iTunes. And he's like, you guys aren't going to believe this. He downloads iTunes, downloads a song off iTunes, and he's like, look how fast this shit downloads. I'm like, okay. I've been living off dial-up where I've had to wait for images to load. When you were younger and you waited for the images to load like that,
It was like, but it.
Did you ever look like try to see if you could like look at the picture like you were like looking down? Oh.
I was like, I'm a butt guy, so like, okay, the boobs have shown up. Like, when's the butt gonna get here?
Are you really?
Don't act like you don't know this.
Oh, I don't know. I don't pay attention.
She's full of shit.
You're an all-over guy.
Yeah, I am. But she's so full of shit. All right, since the ad is officially over, what I was going to say was, I decided that I was going to look up Higher Love yesterday because I was going to make a reference to it, and I wanted to remember who the hell sang it. And it was Steve Winwood originally, right? So when I started reading the lyrics, I was like, these sound very religious. I wonder if this song is about God. So I Googled it, and there's all these people that have been debating forever whether or not Higher Love is about God. And some people are so adamant. They're like, it should be a hymn. And I'm just like, Jesus, like, calm down. But Steve Winwood's never talked about whether or not it's about God. And it's because he didn't fucking write it. Someone else wrote the song. It's like so many songs that you love that are sang by someone like, they didn't write that fucking song. There's a lot of people who don't write their own songs. 2 people wrote that song. One of them's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. He was inducted back in the 90s.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's like, well, were they interviewed about Higher Love? And it's like they've written for so many different artists. They just know what stuff is going to be like hits. You know what I mean? So you don't really need to know. You just need to listen to the song and feel it in your heart. That's it.
I'm What's Her Name says, I saw the look on Robin's face when Adam Mumble sang Higher Love.
Every time she's interrupted,
my first thought was, we're about to witness a murder.
That's funny.
Oh, man. Soviet Mig says, had fun playing Among Us. Thank you, everybody who always plays games with us on the weekend. You guys are absolutely hilarious and awesome and fun to play with. And we are so thankful that you folks spend time on your weekends to chill with us.
Indeed. We will not be playing this Saturday.
No.
We are doing something personal and private.
Yeah.
Taking some time off. Disconnecting from the world.
Still going to be playing Animal Crossing.
Still going to take our Switches with us, though. So
You're taking your Switch, too?
Fuck yeah, dude. I got Zelda on my Switch.
So, see, okay. I was thinking, like, do I bring my Kindle so I can read, or do I bring my Switch? Because there's going to be no snow outside. I'm bringing my Switch.
Well, I'm going to take my Wheel of Time book, and I'm going to take my Switch, and I'm going to switch it up.
fucking knew.
All right, looking over. Digital subscriber line is what DSL stands for.
Ah.
Thank you so much, Vittorio. Hopefully I'm saying that right. All right, we said we were going to read these things, and we just did not.
What?
All the stuff our listeners have been saying. Our viewers.
Everyone notices my pain about this song. It's been going on for days.
Christina says it's been going on for less than 48 hours. She's being dramatic. Christina says, other than Higher Love, what song have you guys had stuck in your head lately? Good question. I wish I could remember.
Oh, I'm trying to think of... honestly, I listen to so much music every day.
And just like, I'm such a music lover.
No, it's because I only listen to music.
Such a boner.
I listen to music in the car, and so it's just songs constantly playing. I don't necessarily get one song stuck in my head.
Fair enough. I think that's the reason that a song is getting stuck in my head more frequently. It's because I'll probably hear it like in the background of a TV show or a movie or a commercial, and because I'm at home when I work now, I listen to podcasts and streams and shit, you know? Not as much music. Vittorio says, there goes the PG rating. Probably about the legs in the ear thing.
Was that, or was it about you and butts?
No, it was definitely about the
Okay.
legs in the ear thing, because it was back then when you were still reading.
Chunkster says, I couldn't join Saturday because I didn't have my Switch.
It's all right. We understand.
Green Weeper says, have you ever laughed in your sleep? It's so embarrassing. No, I've never laughed in my
That's
sleep.
terrifying.
That
Imagine
is
laying next to
terrifying.
someone like, and they're sleeping. You're like,
What kind of laugh
that's a
is that?
sleep laugh. It's terrifying. Jay Valor says, I just shouted that from the back of the house. That's
What?
hilarious. I'm guessing digital subscriber line or dick sucking lips. It's hard to tell. DSL can mean so many things.
Oh my god.
Christina says, I knew someone that worked at a restaurant, and on the last day of his job, he played Africa by Toto on repeat for 2 hours straight. That's fucking funny.
Chunkster says, I sleep talk. I have had sleep conversations in the past, or have had the conversation with a sleep talking person where they just say weird things.
Not me.
Dana Cake says, just joining in. Hello all. Hello.
What up? Thank you for joining us. Bring me that higher love.
Jesus. Stop it.
Ooh,
Buck.
baby. It's just stuck in there.
Now
man.
I have sexual feeling in my head.
That's a good song.
That is a good song.
Sexual healing.
Yeah.
Sexual healing, baby.
What?
Finish reading your shit, Jesus.
Okay. God. Okay. People talking about ads. Skip. The Snark says direct service line. Dunno.
Quan Clopes. Oh, wait, no. That's yours.
What? Why? Quan Clope says Roadrunner Internet. I thought that shit was tops. That's what I had.
Wow.
I had Roadrunner. Because I mean, I lived in Hawaii, and it was like Oceanic Cable, but they ran with Roadrunner. I don't know. It was weird.
They ran with Roadrunner.
No.
I thought you were literally quoting their slogan.
No, that's genius. Oh, so smart.
I hate you so much.
Work in marketing. Okay.
I hate copywriting, though. I hate copywriting. I'm going to go ahead and put that out there. Every time I've ever worked with anyone on copywriting, which is basically coming up with a slogan or like a blurb about a product or something like that, they have an idea of what they want. And then you write based off their specifications, and then they're like, this isn't what I want. And you can literally tell them, like, it's exactly what you told me you wanted. And then they describe something completely differently. So you're always trying to hit this moving target, and in the end, they make edits to what you've done, and they have their thing, and they're like, I should have just done it myself. And it's like, maybe you should have, you stupid asshole. I hate copywriting.
LOL. The scriptery says, I'm so jelly, I wish I had a Switch.
That's good.
Yep.
What?
Nothing.
You suck.
You suck. I can't hold it in. It's so hard.
So clearly you're getting a Switch for Christmas, and Robin can't keep her goddamn mouth shut. Just hasn't shown up yet. It should be here on Thursday, according to FedEx tracking.
This Thursday?
Yeah. It's supposed to be a surprise. Robin ruins everything. There you go. It's my gift to you. That's why it's so late.
Because I buy the rest of the gifts.
She does. And I was just like, okay, I need to get Spooky Sis a game that's multiplayer co-op that she'll enjoy. I would love to get her Animal Crossing, but that bitch doesn't have a Switch. And she wants to get a Switch. So I kept thinking about it. I'm like, I'm just going to get her a fucking Switch. So they were a pain in the ass.
It was
to
really
find.
hard to find. But
I ordered it through Walmart's website from some company in like Nebraska or something.
Yeah,
shit.
so you're getting an Animal Crossing Switch. Merry Christmas! And
Hopefully you'll have it for
the
this
vacation.
weekend.
All right, so
And I'll sing Higher Love as much as I fucking want at this point. Bring me
Glitch says something about Velcro. You still look good in Velcro.
Oh, nice. I fucking love that song.
Yeah, Adam had that
That's
song
a
in his head for
really
while.
good song. It's not just that it was stuck in my head.
Fernando said, hell yeah, Zelda, Just Freed Vast Meadow.
Nice.
Vast Meadow? Whatever. I don't play Zelda. Anywho.
Christina says, okay, let me see. What'd you just read? Where?
Vast
I
Meadow.
don't know who that is.
Have you not got there yet in the game?
I mean, if it's Link's Awakening, I haven't played Link's Awakening since it was on Game Boy, so I don't remember anything about it, so it's been really nice to play it again. But yeah, I just got through the first dungeon, so. Christina says, have you ever heard of Hard Times by AC/DC? Oh my god. My favorite song by AC/DC is either Thunderstruck or I think it's Big Balls. I think that's the name of it. So it's about balls, like going to a ball, like debutante ball.
No, it's not.
I'm dead serious. Is what it's about.
Shut
and
up.
They always sing like, but we've got the biggest balls of them all. It's a funny song.
So whenever I hear AC/DC, it makes me think of Bill Nye the Science Guy. Do you remember that song?
No.
It's the song he sings, or the kids sing, whatever, about AC/DC charges. And it's like, don't lose that charge, that AC/DC
Oh my
charge.
god. Achy breaky heart.
That's all I think of every time someone brings up AC/DC. I can't not think about that.
Jay Valor commented, I think this is in regards to what DSL means, and I think this sentence should be the name of my autobiography. It's all about the dicks. Chloe says, if I heard someone laugh like that in their sleep, I'd shit a brick. I'm pretty sure they're plotting my death. Exactly. Christina says, Adam, after you guys get a certain number of patrons, you and Robin should make a cover of a song. You guys have lovely singing voices. She has a really lovely singing voice. I occasionally have an okay sounding voice, but I have no control over it.
We posted that video of me singing
Let It Go.
Let It Go, but I hate it. And sometimes I'm like, take it down. But because you folks donated so much money that month, we were like, okay, well, this is the goal for that month.
Basically what happened was we used to have a goal instead of a stream boss, and we'd say, like, if we get to the goal, we'll think of something to do, and then people would suggest, like, if we hit the goal, will you do this?
We still do that sometimes.
Yeah.
I still need to dye my hair purple for
It's
ASB
all
Bunny, so.
in there, too, man. I moved it all out of the way so I could put toilet paper in the cabinet, so just a bunch of hair dye shits in the cabinet in the bathroom.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, thank you. It was in there.
Oh.
Just saying I had to move it out of the way to put toilet paper in there because
Okay.
we ran out again, and I have to be the one to fetch it.
Let's see. Quan Club says, I've sung along to a creepy ass song in my sleep. The Snark says, I'm pretty sure I'm wrong about DSL. And
I Watch the Dinner says, Vast Meadow is the divine beast of air. I forgot they had names. I thought they were just divine beast of, and then their thing, and they're all protected by one of the champions. So
I Watch the Dinner says, maybe you should find a jukebox, play 7, bring me a Higher Loves in a row, then one Tom Jones, It's Not Unusual, then go back to Higher Love.
Did you know that
It's
you can
Not
make
Usual is
grown
so
men
good.
cry by the song It's Not Unusual?
It's Not Unusual is such a good song. I like it.
You don't know that joke, do you?
No.
It's a joke by John Mulaney. I have a friend who was named Tom Maloney when I was growing up, so I was getting it mixed up.
Did
and he
people
says
call
that
him like names for
No,
his last
no
name?
one did.
Okay.
So we weren't assholes. I mean, I was, but I was like too easy. Hard pass. He was a really cool guy too. But yeah, it's just a John Mulaney joke from his early stand-ups where he says that, what the fuck is the song that they play 7 times in a row? It's another Tom Jones song. It's What's New Pussycat. And he said that his friend of his had the brilliant idea that like at 4 or 5 in a row they should put in one It's Not Unusual. And then when It's Not Unusual played, everyone was so relieved. And then when It's Not Unusual faded out, everyone got like really tense. And then What's New Pussycat started again, and they all freaked out.
Let's see.
It's so funny.
Soviet Mix says, do you ever just jam to Guile's theme? Who's Guile? Goyle?
Let me see.
Guile. Gilly.
Nah, dog.
I don't know what it's called. All right. Glitch says, give me back my Zelda streams. You should stream Zelda sometime.
I need to pick it back up.
Ginseng Joe says, this weekend I spent 3 hours learning the guitar solo from Brody Quest. Don't know what that is. And everyone says, what's New Pussycat? All right, so your turn to read.
It is my turn. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and mark it. We're going to get back into this thing called Storytime. Oh, I'm going to take a drink first. I'm just going to have a little fucking drinky drink. Okay, there's actually one thing I wanted to mention. I forgot about this. So there's this thing that we can do on streams nowadays. And we don't really have a good way to integrate it unless you folks had a wonderful idea. So there's this thing that you can do. And we've actually had this since beta. I just never knew how to do anything with it. And we can start a prediction. So what these are is basically something will pop up on your screen. And it'll say, like, what's going to happen next. And it'll give you 2 outcomes that you can choose from. And it'll give you like 60 seconds to decide. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put, will this story be about ghosts? ? Yes or no. And then you guys can wager your channel points. You can gamble, which is kind of fun. So I just started the prediction right there. You or a mod will need to confirm the outcome within 24 hours, so we'll do it after the show. Glitch can also do this, I'm pretty sure. I don't know how you're going to do it, because I don't know what your screen looks like.
There's a moderator actual screen that looks way different than this.
It's letting you know you can win channel points if you make the correct prediction. This is a lot more fun when people are playing video games, because it's like, will I die in this boss battle? You know, and then people bet, and then the streamer's like, who the fuck bet against me? Fuck you. But if you guys can think of fun ways that we can integrate predictions into the show, let us know, because I know a lot of you folks like to make us drink, and some of you run out of stuff. Like right now, there's
I can't cast a prediction.
Why not?
I don't know. It says
You just did.
What? How? Where?
Tap it.
No.
You hit cancel.
Sorry, you can't cast a prediction.
Okay, do it again, because it gave you the screen to do it.
See?
I don't know. Go to learn more. Maybe go to the thing that's telling you can't do it. To learn more about why. God. She's like an 80-year-old woman whenever she gets an error message and I'm around. It's like, honey, do for me. It's like,
fuck you. That's
true.
racist. Why
you
do that
it
voice?
all the time. Why do I do that? Because every time we see that joke online where it's like, honey, do for me, you're like, that's me. I hate you so much. All right, I'm putting this down. Coolio. So I'm going to go ahead and now read. But yeah, let us know if you guys can think of fun ways for us to integrate that into the show. It's just kind of hard. I think what we can definitely do is do some for like marbles at the end of the show. Like, will we break a record? Stuff like that. Will Robin die before Adam? How many people will survive? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, we're going to actually get back into this. So, marking it. All right, so I'm going to move on to my next story, and this one's subject is the Sisters of St. Joseph, and it starts out like this. Hello, spooky friends.
Hello.
Hello, and you all need to yell hello at the top of your lungs, even if it makes you look crazy.
Hello.
I feel like I request that so much. Someone who's like obedient is right now in some sort of mental institution, like, don't make me, like, please. And then I said it, and they're like, hello, and they're like, oh, another 72 hours for him. I recently took my family to a drive-through Christmas display, and my wife wanted to bring her grandma, so grandma came along. The total time we were in the car was 3 hours, and 2.5 of those hours were on the highway with my wife in the back and the kids with grandma. The kids? Wait. My wife in the back with the kids and grandma up front with me. Grandma is an old school Catholic woman who is very conservative. She also likes to complain about things, so I had my doubts about having her sit in the front seat. I don't know how we got to the topic of her work life, but that's where she spent most of the drive talking about, and it was amazing. Grandma worked from 1965 to 2001 at the Sisters of St. Joseph building in Kalamazoo, Michigan. The Sisters of St. Joseph building had been everything from an orphanage, a private school, and a nursing home, all built and ran by nuns. Grandma was everything from a nurse aide to a physical therapist, and the Sisters of St. Joseph building has the reputation of being one of the more haunted places in the city. I am going to share the best 3 stories Grandma told me on this trip.
Oh, that's cute.
Ask your relatives, especially your elders, for their stories, because this is a perfect example that they have so many to share and just no one ever asks them.
When I was a kid, I did that to my grandpa and my dad, and they just have so many war stories, so many stories of how it was like for them, you know, living that life. And when I was younger, I feel like maybe my mom was more open to telling me like the spooky things that happen. I don't think she is now. But when I was younger, she had like scary stories. We had tapes. So we had these tapes that weren't Vietnamese, but they were like scary stories.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and we used to listen to, they were cassette tapes, okay? This is a long time ago, but we would put them in like the little tape player or whatever and listen to these ghost stories.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're still around somewhere. All right, story number 1, the fourth floor. The fourth floor and the basement are known to be the most haunted places in the building. One night, Grandma was working the night shift with a new coworker. Grandma was showing her how to do rounds and how to go around the building to make sure it was secure. When the two were in the courtyard, they saw shadowy figures moving in the windows on the fourth floor. Now, the fourth floor was only used for storage. No rooms were up there and no one hardly went up there. The new coworker asked what those shadows were, and Grandma said without hesitation, "Those are just the ghosts of the sisters that have passed away. You have nothing to worry about because they are spirits of nuns and they won't hurt you." The new coworker started to freak out, but Grandma calmed her down and made everything okay, and the night went on without anything else happening. I fucking love that. It's like they're just ghosts. Like, chill out.
Some people, though, they're just like, yeah.
They've been around it so much, it's just commonplace for them at that point. All right. Story 2, the apparition. Grandma worked closely with the nuns and became good friends with them, especially with this one Irish sister. Grandma was set to go on vacation, and she came into this sister's room to say goodbye, see you in a few days. The little Irish nun said to her that it was the last time that she would see her, and the nun thanked Grandma for her service. Grandma came back to work after vacation, and the nun passed away while she was on vacation. Around the middle of Grandma's shift, she went to the chapel to say a prayer. Upon arrival at the chapel, Grandma saw the little Irish nun walk up to the altar and then disappear into thin air. Grandma knew the Irish nun was in heaven and at peace.
Wow.
That's scary and also kind of sweet.
Yeah.
Story 3, God and Thunder. One day, these are really good titles.
Yeah.
One day at work,
The Mighty Smiter.
Right. One day at work, Grandma was set to give a nun a bath. It was thundering outside, so Grandma asked if the nun wanted to wait or take the bath. The nun asked to wait a few minutes. In those few minutes, they heard a clap of thunder, and then they heard an airplane fly overhead. After the airplane passed, the nun said that God had come down and took 2 sisters back with him.
Shut the front door.
Grandma asked the nun to repeat herself, and the nun said that in between the clap of thunder and the airplane, God came down and took 2 sisters with him back to heaven. This startled Grandma, but she proceeded to give this nun a bath, and when returning to the floor, a nurse asked if Grandma had heard that 2 nuns passed away within minutes of each other.
Shut the front door.
This threw Grandma off because what the nun had told her was true. I am very fortunate to have Grandma ride in the front seat with me. She told me stories that my wife had never heard before. Grandma's take on death, God, and ghosts is such a peaceful one. Grandma's getting up there in years, and we don't know how much time we will have with her.
Aww.
I asked the listeners of the podcast to go out and ask Grandma and Grandpa about their life. Grandma was so open and willing to share everything. All 4 of my grandparents are dead, and I wish I had spent more time with them so they could share their story with me.
Aww.
The Christmas lights we saw were the second best thing that happened that night. The number one thing was being able to talk and learn about Grandma.
That's really, really sweet and
Peace,
really cool.
love, and happiness to all. Keep on creeping on. Your friend, Brian. P.S. I will send you pics of the Sisters of St. Joseph on Instagram. You don't have to read this part, LOL. Too late. So that is pretty awesome. And again, thank you so much for sending that message out there. It's like, can you imagine how awesome you're going to be the older you get? You know what I mean? How many stories you're going to have about your life. And then imagine that you have these amazing stories and no one cares. No one ever asks you. And I would be so annoyed. And I mean, I know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm just going to tell my stories whether or not anyone wants to hear them all the time. And I'm going to drive everyone crazy.
Anyway.
Exactly. And it's not going to change. It's going to get worse. So if you have a parent or a grandparent who's quiet, like my grandfather is, sometimes you just need to ask them questions and then they'll share something with you that's really amazing. So just please take that into consideration. Ask your grandparents or your parents for stories, and then fucking write them down and send them to us. Don't be greedy. So thank you so much for sending that in. It sincerely means a lot. All right. Let's go over to Stream Chat. See what you folks had to say.
I just need to read this one real fast because, oh my God, my brain. I'm just laughing. I What's Her Name says, every time I hear crack of thunder, I think, that wasn't thunder. There's just someone who's dummy thick around here.
That's the one you had to read?
It's funny. It's so funny. I appreciated it.
I don't know how to... It won't even let me look at the menu. This is stupid. There we go.
Only 3 people said yes. Dang.
Where do you see that?
450. Go to Dana Cakes and 2 others.
Oh, Glitch already did it. Thank you so much. It must have been
Nice.
Glitch. I just imagined it was Glitch.
It wasn't me, that's for sure.
Bring me
I lost my
higher, love.
10G or whatever. It's not gold coins. My 10 dice. My 10 spooky spirit ghost goodies.
Wow, I'm Western says, dang, Adam making all the mistakes of the stream. I haven't heard any of Robin's rewind sounds tonight. That's hilarious. She's also only read once. So, just saying.
Man.
How many marks do we have? 11 marks. We've already had 3 breaks. Pff, get off my back. Hashtag just saying. Don't two-tap me. You get fucked.
Tian Lung says, boomers have records. Millennials have cassette tapes. It's true.
Depends on which millennials do.
What about the CD era? Who had CDs?
I mean, technically that's still going. They still sell CDs. So.
What's the newest thing you think after CDs?
Just digital downloads.
You think so?
Yeah. My mom's yelling at the dogs downstairs. It's kind of funny. All right, gonna scroll up and see what you two folks had to say during that. Ralph said, oopsie, my phone died. What'd I miss? I think that happened actually before the story. Steve Fig says, hello in all caps. What up, Fig? Oh my God, thank you for joining us. I hope you enjoyed the story. Fig, I know from back home. He's like the nicest human being. And also what's funny, I didn't bring up Fig. We just covered the doppelgangers in this most recent episode. Mm-hmm. People used to tell Fig he had a doppelganger. And I was like, oh my God, who? And they're like, oh, you met him. And I was like, what? And this dude looked fucking nothing like Fig at all. I was just like, oh, they're just both really supremely nice guys. So I was like, okay, cool. I guess that means they're a doppelganger. It's because it was a small town. So it's like, oh yeah, they're just like you. But yeah, Fig's a great human being. Thank you for joining us, bro.
Let's see. Ginseng Joe says, so Arizona's always late to fall and leaves in the park. Fuck. That's my mistake for this episode. Okay. Guys, so Arizona is always late to fall, and the leaves in the park down my street just turned crispy.
Crispy. Nice. Ralph says, hey guys, question. Murder mystery on live stream. I have a friend who writes them and would totally hook us up. Some people are the characters in the mystery, and the rest of the fans are the guests and ask the characters questions. You can use the vote point things to ask the characters questions to solve the murder. Just a thought. That's a really good idea.
That's a really good idea.
We should absolutely friggin' do that. That sounds like a ton of fun.
That sounds super fun. Sounds like we need to get dressed up.
Yeah. Oh my God.
How fun would that be?
As long as we can also cosplay, I am in.
I don't have a nice, cute hat, though. I need to have like one of those nice.
Robin's like,
hats.
now I need to spend money.
Okay.
What a wonderful idea. I need to spend money and then think of a way to make it harder on Adam to run it. Guarantee. Don't hit me. Ow.
ASB Bunny says time to crunch about the leaps. Scroll. Yeah, we are taking a break on Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We're not streaming this Saturday at all. Oh, jeez.
Cool. Nailed it.
Okay. Boop. Quanclope says nuns be like that sometimes about them being able to predict that happens.
Being super plugged in like, I am
terrifying.
Out. Bye. Shout out to McShake and Bake who just cheered 1,500 bits. Thank you so much for the cheer.
So much.
You just became the stream boss. Also, it's wonderful to see you again,
It
bro.
is wonderful to see you
Hope life
again.
is treating you well. I know that
It's
a
been
lot of us
so long.
A lot of us had a rough 2020. I know you
Yes.
were no exception. So hopefully things have settled down and are
and you're
good
feeling
to go.
better.
Yeah,
I definitely
absolutely.
hope you're feeling better. Ginseng Joe says after CDs it's USB flash drives and downloads. I totally see that. I just wonder if
like an album's never been sold on a flash drive. You know what I mean? It's never been like you go to Best Buy, you sort through the flash drives.
okay, I see what
You
you're
find
saying.
Higher Love, you buy that. It's like,
They
fuck
should
yeah.
go back to vinyls again. I
You
really
know how expensive it is to make a fucking record, to press a record?
Is it expensive?
That's why they got away from stuff like that.
Shut
they
up.
made things cheaper.
I
like
thought it was just more
production
convenient
costs.
to make things smaller.
Smaller, cheaper, and better quality sound according to certain people.
So I have listened to comedy records at my sister's house on her vinyl player. She has like old school vinyl comedy records.
Your older sister or your younger sister?
Younger sister.
Okay.
And which is funny. She's like the vintage one out of all of us. And it sounded really good. So this vinyl record from like the 70s, this comedy skit, whatever, it sounded really effing good. And it didn't sound like something scratchy or like...
No, they usually don't sound scratchy.
Yeah, it wasn't like a gramophone smelling.
Gramophone smelling.
It wasn't like
What?
gramophone sounding record. You know how you hear in horror movies and it just sounds old school in a gramophone. Maybe because
Those are completely different things. Yeah.
it's a newer vinyl record player. But I thought it sounded really good. And I really love the idea of owning records. I just don't because
waste of money, waste of space. We don't have a record player. Yeah. Christina says you forgot about the floppy disk. Did they sell albums on floppy disks? I think we're mixing storage devices and audio medium that you could buy in a store.
Because you could
together.
only fit like 5 Word documents on a floppy disk.
I mean, floppy disks were terribly small. They're like 3.5 megs or some shit like that.
I thought it was like 3.5. No, you're right. I thought that was the size.
I hate that your reaction is immediately to correct me, and then you have to, in the middle of speaking,
because I thought the 8
decide to agree with me.
So there was like an 8.
Yeah, they're the big ones. They're the big boys.
And then there's a 3.5. I thought that was the size, like 3.5 inches.
It was like 3. I don't
8
know.
inch. 3.5
This really
inch.
doesn't matter. Read someone's fucking sentence, please. Vivian says, "Hi, sorry I'm late. No worries, Vivian. We have one more story to go." I'll Google it so we can tell me that I'm wrong, because I know that's what you're chomping at the
Ginseng
bit
Joe
to do.
says, I found an old iPod MP3 player and took it to Best Buy to recycle. Oh, that's so sad.
My mom found her old iPod, like Generation 1 iPod Touch, and it has one album on it. It's her favorite Christmas album of all time, and we listened to it, and it was like, oh my god, the nostalgia. This was played all the time in my house when I was a child, and it was super cool to hear.
Aesby Bunny says, I asked my mom if she prepared for Y2K after listening to your episode, and her response was, nope. We, as in mom and dad, were happy, and if the world was to end, we had you and your sisters to keep us happy forever. Both very charming and morbid at the same time.
Yeah, it's like, well, not the world ending, just like, did you do any backup? Standard size 1.44 megabytes. There were versions that were 2.8 megabytes. They were 3.5 inches. There you go. Congratulations, I was wrong.
I
know you're fucking
knew
thrilled.
It was about the size.
I knew you're so thrilled. Bring me a higher
Sing a different song.
No.
Damn it.
Even says I'm painting and the time just got away from me. Also, fun fact, I can't really hear out of my right ear. Everything is super muffled and I can barely hear myself snapping from 2 inches away from that ear. You probably have a blockage in your ear, and you need to get it
scraped out. Yeah, you should get.
Well, it's more like they grab stuff. Yeah, they do extractions. They take it out and it doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
They do tell you before you go in to try a bunch of different methods, which is like mix water and some other stuff and then put the solution in your ear.
Hydrogen peroxide.
I would Google it. Don't take our word for it. You're
so smart. Yeah, don't do that.
But yeah, it's just a solution that you can put into your ear and then you can just use a Q-tip. And they have other things too that aren't like cotton swab Q-tips. They have like the sticks that you can actually use to like get stuff out of your ears. So
they have like those industrial Q-tips or whatever. They have the grooves in them instead of the cotton.
They have one end that's like circles that are grooves, and then they have another end that's like a little mini hook that you can use to like fish out cockroaches or spider eggs or whatever is in Robin's ear right now that she doesn't know about.
That's one of my fears.
I
why
know.
Would you
that's
say
why
that?
I used it. Because you yell at me for singing a really happy song. She's trying a warm compress. Right on. Good to know.
Right.
I was never a LimeWire dude. I was a BearShare guy.
I use Kazaa.
Kazaa?
Yeah.
Just making up sounds now.
No, it was Kazaa.
I use boom. It was so good.
Fuck you. There was Kazaa, and then after Kazaa was LimeWire. So I went from one and then the other. I was says, when asked if I was afraid of Y2K, I said, no, I welcome the sweet release of death. I was so calm, I actually fell asleep around 10 p.m. for the turn of the millennium. That's funny.
I went from BearShare to Azure, I think, and it's a torrent downloader. And I think it's called Views now. I haven't downloaded a torrent in a long time, so I just buy the albums or go to Pornhub.
Let's see. Glitch. Wait, what?
I was like, is she not going to remark about that?
I don't care. But you know why it doesn't register with me? Because it's like
a normal conversation we have all the time. I am caught up on YouTube, so you can start your last story whenever you get a shot.
All right. So Glitch says, I've bought only CDs and USBs. That is freaking crazy. What? That is crazy. I feel old, man. People talking about LimeWire. I'm a Certain says iMesh was 100% legal download platform of choice.
I remember when Napster came out, man. My brother downloaded so much shit through Napster. That was such a big deal. He thought Sean Parker was like a god. He thought he was the coolest guy ever, and then he got sued by everyone and lost all that money. And we all know what happened when he got attached to Facebook. We've all seen that movie. I don't think Robin's actually ever seen that movie because it's too mean, I think is how she puts it. Right?
Which movie?
Social Network.
Yeah, I can't do that.
It's so good, dude. It's such a great movie. And she refuses to watch it because people are mean to each other. And then she's like, but let's put on a Korean drama where everyone's trying to kill each other. It just doesn't make any sense. I don't know if we shouted out Soviet Mig. I know you interrupted me for one of them, but shout out to Soviet Mig. Also, now shout out to Beast Nerd who resubscribed.
Thank you,
We
Ralph.
appreciate you all.
Ginseng says, pictures we take today off of our phones exceed that storage space.
Yeah, they really do.
Because they're like 3 megs, right?
It was so funny. When we were about to record last night, I told Robin when I was a kid, I remember my mom had this tech guy build us a computer that was like top of the line because she's always needed really good electronics for her job. And we went to pick it up, and this guy told us, and it was like 91 or 92, like, you have a 2 gigabyte hard drive. That is unfillable. And he was like so over the top about it. I was like, holy shit. And then just ironically enough here, this little keychain USB is 128 gigabytes. So sorry, Mr. Tech Guy from the 90s. You're fucking stupid.
I remember I had a 500 gig hard drive that was the size of this. That was how big my 500 gig hard drive was. Maybe a little tiny smaller than that. And it had just all my anime and stuff on it. And now a 2 terabyte hard drive can fit in that, like those little Xbox hard drives we
like
have.
Right in there. I don't know what you're doing with your hands. That's what it looked like.
Little, you know, those Xbox hard drives that we have that are just like they're phone size.
The 2.5.
And that's 2 terabytes.
Yeah.
That is insane.
It's pretty awesome.
My 500 gig hard drive used to be gigantic, and now they're so tiny. It's insane. All right. Tanling says they remember Kazaa.
That's funny.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh, and you remember when you used to try to download songs and they were all just like that recording of Bill?
Never happened to me.
What?
Yeah, you've mentioned this before on the show. It's never happened to me.
Oh, it used to always happen to me.
And then I typically bring up that what happened to me was I would try and download the song The Joker by the Steve Miller Band.
Ah, yes.
And everyone thought that was actually called something else because he references 2 other songs, which is Space Cowboy and Gangster of Love. So they would name it Steve Miller Band - Gangster of Love. And if you downloaded that, you'd listen to The Joker. And it's like, no, Gangster of Love is a different song. And then you download Space Cowboy, and it was fucking The Joker because he references those other 2 songs. Because in the song, he's like, some people call me a space cowboy, others call me the Gangster of Love. Because he's referencing names that he's given himself in other fucking songs.
Oh.
So those 2 songs are like unfindable if you were trying to find Steve Miller Band songs. No one gives a shit. Probably no one even knows who Steve Miller Band is. Bring me a higher love. Okay, moving on.
ASB Bunny says, is that going to be the passive-aggressive response every time I annoy you? It's just sing that song. Please don't.
I almost just said please don't, as it was on my lips.
Glitch says Napster. I remember Napster. Chunkster says, I just noticed Robin's cup. So cute. Thank you. So yeah, we're talking about music pirating software. Scroll. Get through this. Quanclope says mixtapes to playlists. Absolutely. ASB Bunny says Korean dramas always have a good combination of drama and comedy. Hell yeah.
Dramedy. Comma.
All right, and I'm going to start reading now.
Okay, I'm going to mark it last one. So give us that juicy last email transition. I don't know why I said it like that. Don't ask me. We should do a prediction. I'm going to do a prediction.
Okay, go.
How many words will Robin fuck up?
Oh my god!
Start a prediction. Oh, cool. Oh, wow. We already had a prediction that Glitchran called Will Robin figure this out.
Figure what out?
I don't know. I didn't see what it's about. Glitch needs to explain himself.
I don't get it.
How many words will Robin drop? And we're going to do 0 to 3 and 4 plus. Start prediction. Fun stuff. All right. Put that down.
You have too much power, my friend.
I'm drunk on it. It's so much fun. People are still arguing Coke or Pepsi over there. I guess I'll minimize this and then you can...
Aw, they're talking about K-dramas too.
Someone asked for their favorite K-dramas. Why are you being so quiet?
Love 020 is my favorite Chinese drama. My favorite K-drama right now has to be Oh My Venus.
She plays it all the time, man.
I just love that one so much. Oh, it's so good. It's just like a happy little drama that I like to watch. Okay.
Glitch said the prediction was for Robin if she could figure out how to make predictions, and the answer was yes. Never doubt Robin. LOL. I'm what says, don't mess up, Robin. I got 50 points and you doing well.
Aw, thanks.
Okay, I'm gonna mark it, and then you can get into it whenever.
There's too much pressure on my mouth.
Can you imagine being a streamer like fucking Huskers, where it's like, will he get 40 kills this game out of a 150 person lobby, and he gets to like 37, and there's 3 people left, and he needs to kill all of them, and people in his chat are like, you better not fuck this up, asshole. It's like, dude, he has 37 kills. Like, he's a world-class gamer, and he's letting us gamble with stupid channel points. Anyways, let's go ahead and get in here. It's so exciting.
All right, so the final story of this episode is from Autumn. It looks like it's from Autumn. And it begins. Hi, Robin and Adam.
Hello.
Hello, that's us. This is my second email that I've sent. The previous email was about my imaginary friend, Michael. I love stories about imaginary friends.
They're so fascinating.
So if you folks have those too, feel free to send it to us. Anyway, today, this will just be some creepy things that aren't very scary now, but terrifying when it happened. First, I'd like to thank you for making an amazing safe place for people who like to hear about spooky things and sharing their stories without being called crazy.
Thank you for listening, and thank you for sharing your stories.
Yeah. Thanks to my always changing health, my medication is always changing and affects my mental health. And although I've always struggled, it always gets worse. As recently, I have had a very busy and anxious life. I'm doing schoolwork virtually while working as a receptionist at a medical building that's already stressful.
Right.
You guys have been my escape, and despite constant paranoia, it is just about the only thing that calms me. I'm so greatly happy that I found this amazing podcast. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for saving me from multiple panic attacks.
Aw.
Nice.
We're glad we can help in any way, shape, or form.
Anytime people message us or comment or things like that about how we're just a good part of their day, it makes me very happy.
Me too. It means a whole lot, and it's like, we should definitely keep doing this.
Yeah. Because sometimes we're like, I wish I had a week break, but...
How much free time will we have if we didn't do the show this week? I think that a lot, and it's just like, it's not worth it. I'd be so bored.
As I've said before, I work in a medical building. We provide massages and things of the sort. We are a Christian business. I myself am not religious, but I have gotten very good at pretending after growing up in a small church growing down. Church going. Shit, that's one word.
It's spooky.
Despite everyone being God-fearing, some weird shit has happened. You know, I think when people just have that mentality, those things tend to happen more.
Yeah. I mean, there's like a science behind the manipulation of someone's psyche where if you keep them afraid, they see the thing they're afraid of.
Yes.
So it's just a way that people can sort of, I don't know, scare themselves.
I've worked at this small business for 3 years and have known the family who owns it longer. Every house they have lived in was haunted. I've always experienced the creepy shit at work, but just convinced myself I was nuts because no one else had ever mentioned anything. Recently, we got a new hire, and she asked me to come in early as she was uncomfy there alone. I have had my fair share of creeps coming in, so I came in as soon as I could. When I arrived, I immediately asked what made her scared. She started explaining that she heard some people trying to come in our side doors, which are both bricked up. That's weird.
Maybe it's someone trying to get into a building for help or something like that.
But it's bricked up. There's no way to get in.
Would you know that it's bricked up? Like, what if it was bricked up from the inside and the outside just looked like a door? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know.
Maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just speculating.
There's a lot of buildings like that out here because on the outside it looks like there's doors, and then on those doors it's like go to the other door, and it's because that's like their storage room or something, and there's no way to get in.
Right.
Okay. Scroll. I'm not actually scrolling. I'm just scrolling with my eyes.
Right, that doesn't count as an error. We only got one so far that I've counted.
You cannot open them or even really get to the doors. To keep a relaxing energy, we work almost completely in the dark with little to no noise at all. So far, the weird shit that has gone on is weird men hitting on us or giving off creepy serial killer vibes, walking or running from the back of the hall up to the front desk where we are, yet no one appears, as well as seeing heads poking around corners when no one is there.
That's terrifying.
That's some haunting at Hill House shit.
It is.
When both of us told our boss about said creepiness, all she said was, quote, "Well, I saged the place when we moved in. We should be fine," end quote. That'll do it. How many stories have we read or topics have we done where it's like they saged it and it just got worse?
Right. It's like it just antagonized the thing where they're like, dickhead.
Sadly, I cannot get away from the ghosts even at home. We have ghosts that don't cause trouble aside from one, but I'll give her a pass because she's my aunt.
Wow.
We have one who's in my room. He's a 12-year-old boy. He's left handprints on my thigh when having a panic attack to distract me, and I always say thank you, Charles, and the coldness, as well as the red mark, goes away. He also likes to mess with my pride flag by pulling the bottom corner up into the air, and when you yell at him to put it down, it floats back into place against the wall. I don't know if that's I get that them putting a handprint on you is like a way to distract you, but at the same time, that is absolutely terrifying.
I was going to say, it's super scary. And like, it's one thing if you're just sort of used to it. So it's like, oh, they're messing with my flag again. But if like you were to leave and someone else were to come in and they would continue that activity, it'd be like, we have a haunting. Like, they would be terrified of all that same activity.
The other one is a small woman in the kitchen. Things get misplaced and she occasionally messes with the lights, but her energy is pretty much gone. The last one is tall, and I mean tall as fuck. And they stand at the end of our hall in my sister's doorway. My sisters and I are very casual about them, so when we see one, we're just like, hey, that ghost's in your room. Go tell them you're okay so they can go rest for a while. My mom just always shakes her head like there is no ghost here, you stupid kids. Thanks to an asshole that will soon be going to jail for what should be forever, my family has one ghost that is pretty much always around. Oh no, this is really intense. Okay. So, trigger warning
yeah.
for everybody if you want to, skip ahead or whatnot. My aunt was murdered by her boyfriend. It's been over a year since he killed her. He hasn't been arrested yet. Oh, my sweet Jesus. My aunt was a huge fan of horror, and she said before her passing that she would, quote unquote, haunt the fuck out of us.
That's so funny. I've said that to so many people.
And she does. Anytime we play a radio, it always ends up on her favorites, and we just say thank you and listen with her. I also have a toy that is just sitting on a tiny metal pillar, and it occasionally is thrown to the floor, and I just yell, "Summer!" and she won't throw it for a while. She has a grandson who just turned 2, who I will call my nephew. Ever since she passed, he's talked to someone that isn't there, and then will shake his head and do something mischievous, just like she would have wanted, and her daughter will yell and tell her son that she isn't scared to whoop him and his granny. And then he will laugh and point to an empty space and then point to his mom and nod. That's creepy and cute at the same time. It's really, oh my gosh. Okay.
Slightly terrifying and slightly super cute.
Well, you don't know if that's her either, you know? You don't know if that's...
Yeah, that's the other thing, too.
Yeah.
It was like you're just guessing based off of what your instincts tell you.
Speaking of the grandson, he will do things that scare the shit out of me when we are alone. Like the one incident when I was walking outside in the dark with him in my arms, trying to get into our grandparents' house to make him a drink. While I'm walking downhill with a big-ass baby in my arms, he stops his cranky mode and points behind me, pitch fucking black, and laughs and starts to talk to it. When I say, please tell Summer that I'm scared and I'd like her to stop talking with you because it is really scaring me. He did not stop at all and continued almost hysterically. As soon as we got into the house, he once again got fussy and mad because he was hungry. As soon as we leave the house to head back up the hill to where everyone was, this motherfucker starts pointing and laughing and talking like an idiot, and I was considering yelling to come get me or throwing this demon-ass child.
Wow.
But I didn't.
That's
I continued walking as fast as I could, and when they asked why I was out of breath, I was like, this kid is getting heavy. Poor kid. Anyway, I hope you enjoy these not so scary things. I think they're absolutely terrifying.
Yeah, some of those were scary.
That I just wanted to share. Hopefully it will spark some fun combos. Have a good day. Thank you for being my favorite people and making my boyfriend almost cry when I recite some stories I've heard, because he is not good with scary things at all, while scary things are the only things I can focus on.
That's so funny.
That's absolutely hilarious. Those stories are scary. I mean, I don't think I could make seeing ghosts acceptable and normal in my life I would be terrified constantly.
Robin is terrified of having human beings in her life. Like, I literally walked down the stairs and spoke to the dogs a room away from her, and she was like, ah! And that was like an hour ago, and she knew I was going to come down to see her when she came inside, when she got home from work. So, actually, I guess at this point it was a lot longer than that. But, yeah, it's just a good example of how some people can adjust to things like having a spirit or an entity or just bizarre phenomenon happening in your life, and some people can't even cohabitate with another human being without almost pissing themselves when they walk into a room. So more power to you. Thank you for sharing that. Very sorry about your aunt. That's really messed up, and hopefully justice is done.
Yes.
But yeah, thank you for sharing. If you have additional stories, we absolutely always want to hear them as well. So yeah, good stuff. Any thoughts from you to end out the show?
No, I mean, like I was saying, I think that all that stuff was absolutely terrifying. I do hope justice is served, because that's absolutely mind-blowing.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine it. Yeah. So but right on. All right, so Robin only made 2 mistakes that I counted, maybe 3, but that was more of a vocal pause. So whoever voted
for me not to fuck up, you guys get all the points.
Yeah, you get your points paid out to you.
I work real hard to not slur my words.
Choose prediction.
Wow.
Yeah, everyone voted for you to not fuck it up.
Nice. Thanks, everyone.
Choose outcome. This one. Complete prediction.
Everyone gets points. Y'all get money.
And it's kind of funny too, because like depending on which one you pick, the odds will pay out better. So if like you were to pick something that's like 18% of people are voting for it, they pay out even more. So good stuff. All right, I'm gonna read the YouTube stuff, then I'm gonna go ahead and get Marbles on Stream set up.
All right, you do that.
All right, scrolling up to see what is going on. Someone asked Vivian what's going on with them, and they repeated that it was their ear thing that's happening. They think the warm compress is working, which is great, especially since my mom's bank account can't really handle a hospital visit. You don't have to go to the hospital visit for an extraction. That's just a normal doctor thing, or an ear, nose, and throat person can do it. They're mostly covered by insurances too. So, all right. Scroll. Ing.
My hair is so long now. I need a haircut.
Vivian said, my mom was born deaf in one ear, so I know I could live a happy life with hearing on just one side, but still, hopefully that doesn't come down to it. Raul says, Vivian, having a positive outlook is important. Indeed it is. All right, that is everything that I have for YouTube, so I'm going to scooch that over there and start getting Marbles set up.
ASB Bunny says, is it just me, or does the voting time for predictions not last long?
It's only 60 seconds.
It's only 60 seconds.
Yeah, I think we can actually extend that out a little bit, because there's a stream delay. Sometimes you can't even vote by the time it ends. Or you get like 20, 30 seconds instead of how much you need. Stream delay is supposed to only be like 7 or 8 seconds, but it's fucking Twitch. Depending on where you're at, what your ping is, it can be like 30 seconds. So.
Oh, so the problem is we set it for 60 seconds, but the lag between...
So that entire sentence I just said?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't hear what you said.
You were too busy staring at yourself in the screen, weren't you? When you were putting up your hair?
Reading.
No. When I was talking, I mean.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. I was putting up my hair.
Yeah.
I gotta focus, babe. It's real hard. You don't have to do that. Oh, man.
I used to have to do that.
Do I have a bald spot going on? Right.
No, not really.
No?
No. You don't even have a red spot right there. You should definitely stop picking at your scalp, though, because it will give you bald spots.
What about here? Is it... This one's... Does it look okay?
You're fine. Jesus. Okay. Jeez Louise, lady. Calm down.
Anyway... Oh, ASB Bunny says, also shout out to 911 Girl for subscribing for the 5th month. And
yeah, I forgot to read those. I think there's one more.
To Spooky Flea for subscribing for 7 months.
Indeed. I don't know if we did Beast Nerd. I'm pretty sure we did, actually.
Yep.
But shout out to both of you. Thank you so much. 911 Girl. Thank you so much, Spooky Flea.
ASB Bunny says, I count on you guys as my good friends at this point. You just make me happy. Aww. I think this entire community is absolutely amazing. And it's so great that... It's like making a bunch of friends.
It is.
And it's so cool because y'all are people that we normally wouldn't have ever met or talked to. And the fact that we know so many of you by name is crazy.
I will say when we play stuff on Saturdays, the fact that we can get a full group of people to play Among Us is always so awesome. So go ahead and vote for the track that you would like to race. I see a lot of folks have already voted for 21. I'm going to do the same. All right, going to put that over there so I can see if any notifications come in. Even though they don't even show up anymore. They changed the Streamlabs app on your phone, and it totally sucks now.
Chunkster and ASB Bunny are still talking about Korean drama. There's one that's really good.
Korean.
That I really like, just because I like Park Hae-jin, and it's called Man to Man on Netflix, and it is so good. Descendants of the Sun is so fracking good. That one's really good.
That's how you know it's really good.
Oh my gosh, there's so many good Korean dramas out there, yo.
Holy shit. There's so many votes for 21. All right, if it's over 5, we're definitely racing the 21st track.
Beast Nerd says, what theme would you all want to see in the murder mystery? I don't know. What?
Burlesque House.
Burlesque House?
I want to dress like Christina Aguilera. Holy shit, there's 14 votes for Twisted Toothpick. All right, takes 1 minute and 54 seconds on average. Record time is 1 minute and 1 by Tessa Gryffindor. Fuck Gryffindor.
I want like Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, I was kidding about that.
Stuff.
I don't want burlesque. Yeah. Average for us is 1 minute and 56. The record is held by the Snarked. Let's jump in there and see if anyone can break
Glitch
that
says something in
record.
Australia, so I can hear Adam say oi a lot.
Oi!
You should do... I mean, I think it'd be much more fun, at least for me, if we did like a Sherlock Holmes type thing, because I could probably do a British accent much better than I can do an Australian accent.
You chicken out on accents so much.
I do. So. It's very difficult.
All right, exclamation point play if you would like to join the race.
Ginseng Joe says, I agree with the land down under.
Shannon says, I've got to go to bed early. Man, that is the way to go. I am so daydreaming about going to bed after this. I probably won't, because I'll be like, well, no, I don't have to do anything. But yeah, thank you for joining us, Shannon. We appreciate you. Vivian says, anyways, I'm going to go finish my painting. Love you all. Stay sweet, stay safe, and stay scarish. Remember, you are loved. Thank you so much.
Doop, 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 doop.
All right. How much time do we have left on this counter? Did I even start it? I didn't even start it. All right, I'm going to do 30 seconds. So you have 30 seconds from right now. So go ahead and get in here. We already have 18 marbles, which is nice to see. Maybe we can get up to 20. Robin, did you get in already? You in? Did you get it in?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, nice.
Quanclope says, I learned today, always bet on Robin. She be pulling through for us. Aw, you guys are so nice.
It's like that scene in Passenger 57 where Wesley Snipes asks the bad guy, like, do you play roulette? And he goes, occasionally. And then it zooms in on Wesley Snipes' face. He goes, always bet on black. Except instead it's always bet on Robin. I'm pretty sure that's why the Try Guys have a phrase that's always bet on gay.
Yeah.
Because Eugene talks about that exact scene, which made an impact on my childhood as well. All right, let's look at this track.
I What's It says, what do you call a cheap circumcision?
Oh my God, what?
A ripoff?
That's the worst joke I've ever heard. That is awful.
It's funny to me because it doesn't affect me, but as a guy, you're probably like, what the
Instantly, the tip of my wiener hurt just hearing that. All right, so it looks like Beast Nerd is currently in the lead, but the other side of the track has quite a few folks looking to catch up. Actually, a lot of people are all grouped together, and we're all going through this right now. IMB Trainer came out of that first obstacle in the lead, but Beast Nerd is not too far behind. This looks like ram's horns, the way it goes. Vroom, vroom.
ASB Bunny says, damn, Robin, you such a snack. Aw, thanks. Loser808 says, happy belated New Year's. Happy belated New Year's.
She is a snack. All right, IMB Trainer and Chunkster are neck and neck, but we're all going to go into this weird tornado funnel that comes down into a fan blade. Chunkster makes it down first. Tries to shoot their way through the fan blade. It does not work.
Oh, Glitch says we have to watch Home Sweet Home or Sweet Home, that show on Netflix that even my coworker today was talking about. He's like, you guys got to watch it. And then he started talking about Alice in Borderland, which I started watching last night. And
Beast Nerd was in the lead and shot off the side of the map. What's for dinner is now in the lead. The Snark's record-setting pace is probably not going to be broken anytime soon. We have multiple people falling off, including Tianlong and myself. Chunkster, after I just said that it won't be broken anytime soon, shot their shot and fell off the map right near the end. Robin fell off as well. I'm What's for Dinner. Congratulations. You took home the win. And Ginseng Joe just fell off as well. Looks like 911 Girl is coming in second. Danu Cakes is going to come in third. Quan Clopes will be fourth. Maybe. Yes. ASB Bunny is fifth.
A lot of people got launched
is
off.
sixth. And Spooky Flea just fell off the map. So we'll let the rest of those folks trickle in to collect their points on the season.
Tian Lung says British people say oi too. Yeah, very true. Very true.
Oi!
911 Girl says, there she is, because it took me so long to enter. The Snark says, here to defend my title.
Nice.
ASB Bunny says, Australian accents are easy. Just sound rough and every sentence with a higher pitch.
Does that work? I don't know. I'm What's for Dinner.
I was like, what?
I'm What's for Dinner took home the win. They have 2 wins on the season and 17 points. They've raced 9 times, which is the max amount, I'm pretty sure. ASB Bunny goes up to 11. The Scriptery goes up to 11. Robin got a message on her Facebook over there. Glitch is also at 11. And me and Robin are stuck at 11. So we have a lot of folks at 11. I'm What's for Dinner says, by the way, that saying you mentioned in the topics episode about removing the impossible, isn't that known as Occam's razor? Occam's razor is different. It's the simplest explanation is usually the correct one.
Is it?
Yeah. And then the one that I said is when you remove whatever is impossible, whatever remains, however improbable, is likely. That is from Sherlock Holmes. And that's from like the 1890s writing of Sherlock Holmes, which is what Spock quotes in the remake of Star Trek. So I think he actually quotes in the show too. Anyways, I'm What's for Dinner. Congratulations on the win. Passed my win to second place. Congratulations, 911 girl. Let us know what sticker you would like. And the next time we see you, we will give it to you. I didn't die. New year, new me. That's so funny. Past a third, 911 girl says, all right, congratulations, Danu Cakes. You're going to take home the win. What you're going to do is type in ! merch. Click that link. Go to Robin's Kawaii Corner and find some Scaryish stickers and pick from those stickers which one you would prefer.
I love how you pronounce people's names.
Why?
Because you're like, the new cakes.
I said Danu Cakes.
Yeah, I know. Isn't it Dana?
I don't know. It looks like Danu to me.
Tell us what it is.
Yeah, let us know. I'm pretty sure I got it wrong. Either way, that's how you collect
your prize.
It's
like Jang Mi Boon.
I know, right? It's exactly how it was spelled. How could I fuck that up? Moving on, I clicked random track on accident. We're not going to erase this track.
ASB Bunny says, I mean, I'm pansexual. That seems to like guys more, but I find I give more compliments to Robin than Adam. Thank you. I just started watching Schitt's Creek. And I'm on season 2.
That is such a good show.
It is such a good show. It is so funny. I love the characters. And the main character's son, Eugene Levy's son, what is his name? I don't know his name in real life. But his character is my favorite character in that entire show. And he's pansexual in that show. And I freaking love it so much. It's just great. If you haven't watched Schitt's Creek, you should watch it. It's so good. Did you know that they took The Office off of Netflix?
Yeah, everyone knew that.
My coworker today came by and he was just saying how he loves The Office, and he loves The Office. He was watching the season finale on New Year's Eve. He had about 10 minutes left. At 5 minutes, he and his family were like, I guess we'll watch the news, watch the ball drop and stuff like that. And so they watched that, and when he went back to watch the season or series finale, finish it up, it was gone off Netflix. And the next day, he called up Netflix and canceled it.
Wow.
That's how upset he was. And I just find that to be so intense.
I cannot get the event list to load anymore. The Streamlabs app has frozen, which is unfortunate. All right, letting these things come in while I try and troubleshoot the event list. I just want to see in case anyone's done anything. No, they have not.
The Snark says, can we talk about Bridgeton? Bridgeton?
Never heard of it.
Spooky Mom's actually watched the entire show already, and I've watched the trailer for it, and it looks really good, but I have not actually gone to watch it yet, which is crazy. I mean, I've been rewatching shows, really, but there's that show that I really want to watch, and I don't know why I haven't brought myself to watch it yet, but I will eventually. Instead of watching Pride and Prejudice for the millionth time.
Or Sense and Sensibility last night. Ugh, garbage. All right, so right now Shattered Dreams is in the lead. Not sure which track that is. We'll let this stuff scroll by one more time. As long as we do not have a tie, we will be going with whatever is in the lead. Ginseng Joe says, I always like complimenting you both, but Adam, I have very similar haircuts and beards, so I always got a compliment. Thank you so much, Ginseng Joe. I appreciate you on that. I needed to get a haircut real bad. I'm going to go back to short like I had it about a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months, where it's like a little faux hawk that blends into my beard. I think
nice.
That's a good look.
Dana Cakes says, it's pronounced like Dan, na, rhymes with duh. Dana.
Dana. So I'm closer than you.
No.
You were saying Dana. She said Dana.
And you said Danu.
Yeah. No. Maybe. I don't know.
Fuck you.
All right. Shattered Dreams is going to be our track.
You. God, I hate you.
Average time, 2 minutes and 1 second. Record time, minute 24. It takes us 2 minutes and 3 seconds. We take our time. Robin holds the record at a minute 39. Let's jump in there. This will be our last race of the evening. Don't forget to join in.
Spooky Flea says, I love Schitt's Creek. Rewatching it for the second time. Just finished the season. I'm sad it's over. Aw. !
Play. I'm going to put a 60-second timer on this. And then you have plenty of time to get in if you would like to.
The Snark says the men in Bridgerton are delicious, as well as their costumes. I really need to watch that. All
right, we only have 17 people. Now we have 18. Robin, have you joined?
No.
It's like she doesn't pay attention to the show she's
I'm
on.
reading.
We're going to be up to 19, so we have a +1 on the amount of people we had for the first race. It's always nice to end the show on that.
Grim Weeper says, Mr. Darcy is gorgeous. I'm obsessed with Pride and Prejudice. Depends on which Pride and Prejudice. Though, I do love the
Colin Firth one.
I love the Colin Firth one because I don't know why. Colin Firth just does it for me in that one. And then the one with Keira Knightley. I like that Mr. Darcy too.
Keira Knightley does it for me.
So good.
We're up to 21 marbles this time. Always nice to see us finishing out strong. And we're going to get started.
Aw, Beast Nerd says, don't want to show off, but I get Adam Robin hug sandwiches often.
It's true.
So funny. Ghost Dunk says, dang, I just got here. I was watching the news.
Don't tell us anything.
Yeah, don't tell us anything. I'm really curious now.
All right. I Am What's for Dinner is in the lead. The tracks are going to diverge and then come back together later on. There's going to be a top and a bottom track, I'm pretty sure.
There's always a top and there's always a bottom.
Not always in tracks. Sometimes in boning, though. The snark fell off, though. Don't know how that happened.
I thought that's what we were talking about.
No, you knew that's not what we're talking about. You just want to make a sex reference because you've had a little bit of drinks. You're like, sex. ASP Bunny appears to be in the lead in the middle track.
And our stream has been taken down.
No, we're not going to get taken down. We'll see who the first person is to get out of the elevator. Sometimes these elevators can be a bit tricky.
Let's see. I What's for Dinner says, not gonna lie, Adam and Robin sandwich hugs sound amazing. We're pretty soft and squishy, so they're pretty nice.
I'm very insulated, so I'm very warm. So this track we usually don't
he
follow.
also has
so I'm follow this one.
freakishly long arms, so it's like...
Not freakishly long, they're just long arms. Actually, Faison dropped down and was immediately hit by a pulsating rod. And has fallen off. Robin said, no, I won't let you go into that dark night alone.
The Snark says, y'all talked about tops and bottoms, and I got too excited. See, I'm telling you, it's not just me. This is why we're friends.
Dirty. But if I say DSL stands for dick sucking lips, then we've just gone too far. David's fallen off the track. It looks like Glitch is trying to catch up to Robin's record-setting pace. Zigzags and sets the new record. No, he got hit by the stupid little thing at the end, and 911 Girl steals the fucking win, and then Danu Cakes takes second place.
Stop.
I've already forgotten how I'm supposed to say it. Glitch comes in third. Grim Weeper comes in fourth. A lot of people, I forgot there are these fucking launch you backwards spots on this track that is just brutal and hilarious. All right, Spooky Flea makes it into seventh place. We're going to watch everyone else try and get through here while that blue wave of death approaches in 1 minute and 5 seconds to eliminate all life as we know it from this track. 911 Girl says, yes! Pass, please. It is New Year, New Her. ASB Bunny almost got to the end and was launched into hell.
So the second place is Dana Cake, so we'll pass it on to Glitch since Dana Cake's already won one.
That sounds fair. IMB Trainer just got launched backwards, and this is looking like a bunch of horseshit for IMB Trainer now. They just need to go forward. You can see the blue wave approaching. If you make it to the end, like, it's pretty impressive. You should get some points for that. I don't think I can manually assign points, though. Oh, man. Glitch, put up a poll. Will she make it right now?
You're so stupid.
It's actually really fun to put those up, so I really enjoyed that.
Boop, 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 boop. Glitch says sometimes they're shit on the outside of the Uranuses.
It's true. IMB translate, if this poll would just get the fuck out of my way, I could avoid certain death.
That's what I feel about Adam all the time.
My poll is never in your way. All right. Congratulations to 911 Girl for taking home the victory. They're up to 13 points in the season. Dana Cakes, which is I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to say, goes up to 9. Glitch goes up to 15. I'm What's for Dinner goes up to 18. And we got some folks stuck at 11. No big deal. Passed it there. Passing that one because they already won one. Glitch gets third place as I panicked.
Ginseng says winner merch for dinner. That's pretty good.
That's funny. Just gotta wait for it to get through the U.S. Postal Service, so hopefully it gets there. So, all right. Thank you so much for joining us for the Marbles segment of the stream. It's really fun to do. I have a blast doing it, and thank you so much for joining us. Click, click, clack. Boom. Let me put this down, and we'll do the outro. Oh, God. Jesus. The dog heard me hit the fucking keyboard on the chair, and now she's like, demons! I just want someone to bring me a higher love. Okay. You ready?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm annoyed at the
You're
dogs.
busy shaking your head at the dogs and the higher love reference. So, all right. You know what? Before we do this, let's check for our bald spots. Want to do that together?
Check for my bald spots?
Check for our bald spots. Do you want to do that together?
Oh, sure.
So, I think I'm doing okay. Sometimes when
Give me
I'm...
your face. You gotta turn towards me.
Sometimes when I'm doing like very close webcam, I feel like my temples are starting to recede a little bit.
That's how I feel.
Yeah, so I'm like, should I just go? It's because we have lights on us, and the lights will hit the parts of your scalp that you normally can't see. It's really hard to tell, man. I have a thick head of hair, but it feels like it's moving backwards a little bit.
On my right there, where that big.
Yeah, that's where you pick at all the time.
God.
It's like me and your sister have been telling you for so long, stop picking at your
So
scalp.
thin right there.
And she just picks and picks and picks and picks and picks. So, okay, that was fun. Good time.
Yeah,
We
I
checked
know,
our
so
bald
shameful.
spots. Thank you all. So, Ginseng Joe says, Adam, at least we got hair, right? All right. Going to actually mark this and give us a wonderful outro. So thank you one more time to everyone who sent in their stories. We do sincerely appreciate you sharing those with us. Sometimes they can be deeply personal, and we appreciate the fact that you trust us to read those and treat them with respect. If you have a story you would like to share with us, you can email storytime@scaryish.com or go to our website, scaryish.com, and click on Contact Us. Fill that form out. It comes directly to us. Or you can hit us up on any of our social medias, whatever you are most comfortable. Facebook is facebook.com/Scaryish Podcast. Twitter is @ScarishPod, and Instagram is @Scaryish Podcast. I know I already mentioned it, but Robin, for folks who would like to donate to us, how can they do so?
You can go to patreon.com/Scaryish Podcast. It is Patreon, January Patreon push.
January
Yep, there you go.
Patreon push.
Fucking Jesus Christ. I will be posting a new little shopping list ditty that you folks can kind of purchase from. I ran out of a couple things that was on the last list, so there'll be a new list that you can choose from of a mix of just Scaryish merch and then Patreon exclusive Scaryish merch. So I'll post that sometime before this weekend, and then joining is only $1, so you get access to Patreon exclusive content, merch, ad-free episodes, stuff like that, just for $1. It's pretty great. And then if you aren't into the whole monthly subscription type thing, you can go to ko-fi.com/Scaryish Podcast. Those are one-time donations. All your donations go to help us upgrade our studio setup and kind of keep us going, give us a little bit more time to make some content. And if you've been with us for the long haul, or you've been listening from the beginning, like you're a new person on the bandwagon, but you're jumping through episodes, you went through the beginning, now you're at the end, you'll notice huge difference in quality.
Significant
difference in quality. We used to have mismatched microphones, and now we have like matching ones. It doesn't sound all echoey. It's great. I love it. And it's all thanks to the support of all our spooky friends, our spooky fam, all of you guys. You guys are absolutely amazing, and we're so thankful for your help in making it to 2021.
Thank the Lord we made it to 2021. Dirty money 2021. But seriously, thank you so much for all the support. It means the world to us, and I think that's just about everything we have for this episode of Storytime. So Robin, do that thing that you do and sign us out.
Keep on creeping on, and we'll talk to you next week, or whenever you listen to this episode. Okay, bye.
We've only done it 150 times. Bye.